Hi, so it's me again. I decided to do an entry because I can't sleep. It's like 3:43 a.m. and I'm still awake. I laid down for a while, tossed and turned, got up, got a drink of water, laid back down, got back up, ate a banana, laid back down, got back up to pee. And so now I've decided to try to just listen to some music and mess around online for a little while to see if I get tired. So um, I've been dealing with insomnia pretty bad for the last like 2 weeks. Um, it's better some days and not so much other days. So today is a bad day apparently. I've been getting probably about 5 hours of sleep a night and getting kind of used to it. Uh, Araya's awake right now. She's going pretty crazy, really active. So she likes to be really active at night, and it seems to be kind of a trend with my babies because, especially my daughter, she was the same, like 11 p.m. until like I think it was like 2 a.m. and then again like 11 p.m. to like 2. No, I said that wrong. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. again, like in the afternoon. So it's kind of weird. Um, that was kind of her pattern, and Raya's kind of following only a little bit later. So obviously it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning, and she's awake, um, kicking me all over the place. In fact, so let's see, what else can we talk about that I didn't put in my last video? Uh, oh, cravings. Okay, so since I've been pregnant this time, I have craved pretty much all sweets and fruit, or fruity sweets, like strawberry jello cake, raspberry cheesecake, not really any chocolate, which is kind of weird because with my last baby, which was also a girl, I craved like fudge brownies and chocolate milk. So no chocolate this time, just fruit. Blueberry muffins were like a huge one in the first trimester. Over easy eggs, that was another one that was huge. Can't think. Ooh, chicken chimichangas with like, it's a queso dip. It's like white with salsa and it's really spicy. That's like the only thing that I've craved that hasn't been sweet or fruity. So it was kind of different. But with my first and my second, who were both boys, I craved proteins like meats. With my first, it was steak for like the whole first trimester, and then it was pepperoni pizza for a long time, and then cheeseburgers. And so no wonder I gained so much weight when I was pregnant with him. But yeah, it was like all like protein like crazy. Oh, and Brussels sprouts. I craved Brussels sprouts like nobody's business when I was pregnant with Kian. And then Carson was salami or like summer sausage, which isn't very healthy for you either, but and cheese. And cheese has kind of been a universal one for me. Like I've craved it with all my kids. I live in Wisconsin, so naturally I love cheese. But yeah, um, so they've all been different. But the wives' tales have been, pretty accurate for me. Like protein, salty stuff with the boys, and then fruity or sweet stuff with the girls. So that's kind of neat. That it was right. Also, how I carried has been true for the wives' tales. I carried both my boys really, really low. Most so with my second, and he even came earlier. And I think that was partially why, because I was in college and I did a lot of walking, and yeah, so he was really, really low for a long time, and so and then with both my girls, I've carried really high. Even not like necessarily carried as in like what other people see when they see me, but like on the inside, and like even when I got like further along, when my doctor would check me, um, my boys were just much lower, much earlier, whereas my girls, they were still kind of floating around and bobbing up and down and everything. Um, so yeah, another wives' tales that was true. Let's see, what other wives' tales can we talk about? With both my boys, I had really clear skin. My hair was really beautiful. It grew really fast. I had an increased sex drive with both of them, noticeably so. And with both the girls now, I've breaking out. My hair is really like stringy. It doesn't really cooperate. And absolutely no sex drive at all. Like just absolutely nothing. Like don't even look at me wrong. It's just horrible. Um, and yeah, another thing that's been, very different from my boys to my girls. Some of the only things that I can really say overlapped were I suffered really bad headaches with my first and my fourth, so boy and girl. And I know they say headaches is usually a boy thing. So not for me this pregnancy. It's not true. Let's see what else. Oh, the hair growing faster thing was with all my pregnancies. Girl or boy, it doesn't matter. It just always, I assumed it's like the prenatal vitamins and everything like that, or whatever. It just makes my hair grow faster. The heart rate thing was true for number 1, 3, and 4. Boy, girl, girl. My second son was always high, so it was wrong. According to the heartbeat thing, he was a girl, and he was not a girl. So, yeah, the Ramsey theory was right for both boys, wrong for my first daughter, right for my second daughter. The nub theory was right for babies number 2, 3, and 4. Didn't know about it to check with my first, so I have no idea. I didn't have a nuchal translucency screen or anything with him either, so I wouldn't have been able to check. But yeah, let's see what other theories are there. Oh, the skull theory. The skull theory was true also for babies 2, 3, and 4 at about 12 weeks. So yeah, so that's kind of neat. I personally trust the nub theory, like pretty much 100%. I mean, of course, if you don't see the ultrasound, images can always be misleading, so it's kind of hard to say, but yeah, so I've been right on the gender of all my kids, all 3 of them. My second boy was the hardest, just because, I had a boy already, but the pregnancies weren't identical, so, like, I thought, well, maybe it's because it's a little bit different, it means it's a girl. We wanted boy, boy, girl, girl, so ironically enough, I don't know how we got so lucky. I'm not a lucky person at all. So yeah, he was a boy, but then my third, and especially this one and my first were the 2 that I like absolutely without a single doubt in my mind knew what the gender was, and we were actually going to have it be a surprise for this baby, but I felt like I knew in my heart so much that it was a girl, that I needed to confirm it, because if for some crazy reason it had ended up being a boy, it would have been hard. Not like I wouldn't have been very upset, because I would have been fine with a boy. It just would have been, like, because I was so sure that it was a girl. It would have been a shock, I guess. So that's why we didn't wait. We're done having kids, but I'm only going to be 25 in October, so, and my husband's 27, so we've decided not to do anything permanent, and just basically leave it up to God and see what happens. If by some crazy chance that a 5th were to ever come into the picture, it would be a surprise, because we would not have any preference as to what the gender would be, which is actually why we're not planning on having any more, is because we don't have that preference. So we kind of figured, well, if we don't really want a girl, and we don't really want a boy, and we don't really not want either of them, then, you know, we're probably satisfied and we're done. So, yeah, I think that's about it. I was just trying to, my last video was kind of long, and so I know they get kind of like draggy, it's not really exciting or whatever, so I just wanted to throw some of that stuff out there, and I'll update again soon. Okay, night.